Hello, and welcome back to the reception table. I am your host, Mr. Rose, and I'm here with my lovely friends and family, RNA, Arias, Astrid, Gregory, Nolan. Please introduce yourselves real fast.
Nolan, Shacklethorpe. Now that everyone's quiet, hey, what's up? I'm Astrid. What's kicking chicken? We play video games. We do a D&D podcast as well. It'll take 3 to 5 business weeks for it to come out because our editor is so slow. That's cool true. Though. He's also our DM. He's also drinking the whiskey right now. It's cool. Hold on. Exposed. He also overreacts. He overreacts. It's doing great. We love it. We live it. Let's rock and roll.
I wasn't watching the stream. Could you do that again?
All right, so
catch it in post. That's your fault.
We find our heroes back on Abov. Last episode, you were meant to stop or at least slow the plague of the spread of the Grey Rot, a strange, mystical aura that's kind of appearing in places in the world, causing people to get stuck and travelers to die within this almost entrapping shroud as it goes along. You and your party went in order to close that or stop that spread of that strange aura that's kind of appearing in locations around the world. And there you found 2 strange adventurers. One, a beautiful man with white hair and roses over his shoulders, Arya Sophia. And the other, an 8-foot-tall, massive blue Goliath, surprisingly. One Goliath who had not been seen for several hundreds of years. While that was a surprise, you did not waver from your objective, and you went through the woods. And though it came with some losses and some challenges, you managed to find this golem that was carrying the plague upon itself. You successfully held the golem down as a party, and Nolan, you managed to quarantine it. Though, as the anchor was meant to quarantine it, strangely, it completely erased it. The golem and the shroud around you as well, both disappearing. We now return to our party, kind of regathering each other, getting to know one another, on their path back to the great city of the Bulwark.
So, are we in the process of traveling to the Bulwark?
You are. The Bulwark it'll be about nightfall by the time you make it there, and the Bulwark's off. You can see the city. It's just a couple of miles off. And it's these massive white walls that have gray stone linings on them, and various symbols and emblems of various religions that go on each division of wall. Though at this distance it's a bit blurry. One of the most notable features being this massive statue woman that stands to the outside of the walls, kind of pointing a staff inwards. But it's still going to be a bit of a travel.
So where am I? Am I in the front of this group?
At this point, with there being no particular quest involved, you could be at the front of the group. You guys are all kind of leisurely walking your way back. Tending to the wounded and
Nolan.
I'm not walking. I'm riding a very beautiful horse. I do my little hand signs. Garrett Jr., please won't you come back? And he comes from the ground, this beautiful spectral horse that also has white hair, just like his owner. Roses in his hair. And you guys can walk all you want. I'll ride.
Oh, he busted out Carrot Jr.
No, Lashes, you can't tell me that's not magic.
No, it's not magic. I could do this. I could do this since I was born.
Well, I can't do that.
You're aware that doesn't mean that it's not magic, correct?
No, magic is like what wizards do. What I do is cool. No offense, Nolan. I really liked what you did, teleporting the golem away. That was really slick.
Despite that, if you all wouldn't mind, I believe some of us had gotten off on the wrong foot. When we get a moment, perhaps one to sit down and drink, I would like to talk to each of you for a little while, if you're all right with that.
Yes, I'd have many more questions myself.
Sure.
Very well. Very well.
Sounds good to me. But Nolan,
Yes?
I don't remember seeing that statue before, or if I did, I don't know much about it. Do you know anything about that statue back there?
Of the statue of Mystara?
Yeah, it's kind of new to me. I know a lot about monsters, but Bulwark, not so much.
Well, this is more divine entity sort of realm. DM, what all do I know of Mystara?
This statue, or with your knowledge of researching the world about this remnants of a god known as Mystra. There's a legend and a story that is not so much legend, for it happened quite recently, actually. It was only several hundred years ago, where the apparition of the god of magic, Mystra, appeared before the city. It seemingly happened on a random Thursday afternoon. The sun was out. There was no reason or rhyme to the method. But nonetheless, it appeared. And at the same time, another god, the god of Bulwark, Helm, the defender of cities and the defender of the goodwill, apparated as well, standing over the city with a large hammer in hand, and with one fell swoop, smashed into the lower side of Mystra, instantly killing her, reducing her to stone. Not many people were sure why this happened, and also at that time, there was a lot of skepticism about the existence of gods in the first place. When that happened, a lot of the world shifted their entire beliefs, and suddenly religions became a focal point of the city and other cities like it. Realizing that gods may very well be true and real, there was almost a fervor to trying to appease the gods, though they knew not how. Now, why this conflict existed is beyond anyone's knowledge, but it is known that this did happen. Even if the College of Low has their skepticism regarding the matter, sometimes willing to cough it up to possible advanced illusionary magic, though they've not been able to prove why. There's been many theories.
Yeah, he will relay in great detail with a very analytical fashion, with trying to give off a non-biased attitude, but definitely showing a clear low perspective bias. Of like, we're not even sure if it really happened in the first place.
Right.
Okay.
But regardless, the event has become a significant moment in the city's history.
Right. So you're saying a god just appeared?
According to tales from people who I'm not even sure are around anymore.
Huh. Crazy.
We'll have to ask the locals to really clear up the details. You know, I imagine they would be a bit more passionate about the history of the city than myself.
For sure, for sure. Maybe when I get back to heaven, I can get some answers.
Keep saying that.
Well, that is my my short-term, long-term goal right now. I gotta make it to heaven.
I believe that's all of our goals.
No, I mean, I'm from there originally. I gotta get back. They're probably expecting me.
Nolan tries to look him up and down to see if he has any notable brain damage, something injury.
All clear.
He looks fine.
Yeah,
you didn't see him take any hits or hurts during the actual combat, but he looks fine.
Yeah, the only damage is to my hands from the gray rot, all the black and white.
That's true.
What did you call them? Bands?
That's true.
Yeah.
And as you look at it, they're still there.
Yeah. So that's my reason, or that's one of the reasons I decided to join this guy here. Gotta find a way to heaven. It's this long thing.
Heaven, as in figurative, as in climbing a mountain heavens?
No, I mean, as in I was the guy who defended the place I am needed there. They liked me there. They loved me there, actually, if I'm being frank.
Then why are
And-
you down here?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know. I feel like I'm missing something. There's some. I remember being in the clouds, and it's all these stormy, all this storm, and then a giant flash of red, and then I ended up in Crossroads fighting a crocodile, which is where I met my good buddy here. And I pat Astrid on the shoulder.
Hmm.
He looks at Astrid to see if he notices any reaction of to get an indication of how truthful.
Yeah, that crocodile was real.
I'm gonna roll for insight.
Roll an insight.
Yeah,
Hearing that, I would also like to ask the
14.
can Arya tell? Not Arya. Can RNA tell what race Arya might be?
Roll a perception check. And Gregory, what was your roll for insight?
Roll a religion check, actually.
14. As far as you can gather, Arya seems confident in his stride. He doesn't bat a moment in his story. There's a smile on his face, and weirdly, the horse is also occasionally giving a suave look in each direction either, which is a bit distracting. But overall, there's no real indication on if he's lying or not, and there's no real motive as to why he would lie about this, at least as far as you can gather.
Okay.
So, is it would it be perception or
Right.
investigation?
It would be. I'd say this is a perception here.
Illusion.
I
Perception.
got a 12.
Well, looking at his features, they're soft, but a little bit of a button nose, but a little bit of pointed ears, very fair skin. But besides that, not much catches in. No tail, nothing like that. Not much else really to gather other than a very particularly beautiful, maybe half elf, maybe elf, though elves are rare.
Does the descriptions of Azamar that would be known to Lo, would those descriptions line up with what Nolan is seeing with
Roll a
Arya?
religion check.
Religion.
A beautiful guy who can heal? Oh, I've never heard of anything like that.
They're actually more common than you think.
Lashes, I like your
In the
style.
recent years,
Thank you.
religion is quite high.
I appreciate it.
If the die would please move out of the way. It's 15 plus 8.
At 23, yeah.
It's 23, yeah.
Okay, so you know that Asimars, in their normal form, typically have some big tail. Those can appear in a couple different ways. Some of them even have small halos that kind of faintly apparate above their heads. Some of them have glowing white eyes. Others have almost like a beam of radiance off of their skin that seems never ending. Overall, this person doesn't represent many of the Asimar traits that one might expect. They're also known to be incredibly pale at times, or the exact opposite, to be stark black, unnaturally black.
I feel like a lot of people are looking at me right now.
You just seem nothing like what you claim to be.
And what if I claim to be? I just said where I was from.
Despite being in the presence of a Goliath, you seem like the odd one out here.
Well, me and Astrid have been through a lot, so if I seem like the weird one, that is okay. That is fine for now. Astrid, back me up. I nudge him.
What could you possibly want me to say?
I don't know.
It's the same questions I have. I've just chose to ignore them.
draw some attention real quick. I gotta write something down.
He like flips to the other side of his horse and
clearly-
starts scribbling vigorously on something.
I'm not very good on this part.
Everyone's looking
this
to
is
you.
This is Carrot Jr. He is a tall blue horse. He is blue like me with white hair, much like my friend Arya. We fought a crocodile. This thing
I
happened
immediately
in
turned my
Crossroads.
attention to the horse that Arya is on.
I don't know if this horse can be qualified from heaven. I don't know where horses come from. Probably from a horse egg. I don't really know.
So-
Arya, is this horse from heaven? We're all dying to know. Why did you put me on the spot like this, Arya?
Oh, sorry, Astrid. All right, tag back in. Yeah, this horse is no. Well, maybe.
Is it a beast?
Are you from heaven, little guy?
The horse
Petting
flicks
Carrot
its
Jr.
head, tries to look up at you with one good eye, and just gives you a little wink.
Good boy.
Same.
I walk up to the horse and I whisper in his ear, casting speak with animals. Like,
Oh.
you understand me, buddy?
His head kind of like looks to you cautiously. One moment. Excuse me.
He's got to get the proper heaven horse effect in his voice.
No. I was rolling an insight roll. He looks at you.
Mm.
Yes, I understand you.
Oh.
Is the story he speak of true?
Of course, we're from heaven.
Where is heaven? My good
Insight
friend?
check that horse.
I love the idea of like 3 of these guys just like 2 feet, 2 inches from my horse. Like, tell me the truth.
yeah.
Whispers on the horse.
Some of your secrets about your horse.
What was your last question,
Also
Gregory?
being sassy.
I was asking where is heaven?
I would presume upward.
Dude, based horse.
Where's your heaven?
Wow.
Same direction, but you'd have to die to get there.
Maybe.
Do you have to die to get to your heaven?
I don't know. I've never been to horse heaven. I've only been to his heaven.
How do you get to his heaven?
I presume up.
Yeah, I got nothing, guys.
And the horse itself
the
is
ball-ass
odd. There's
horse.
little
Yeah.
sparkles running off the back end of it, and it's got like flowers in its hair.
Lots of flowers, yep.
If it's anything like other summoned steeds, I would imagine you have wasted your time.
Yeah, and a spell.
Yeah.
Hey, you didn't like talking to Carrot Jr., Gregory?
Can you speak to Carrot Jr.?
Yeah. We're
guys-
telepathic.
Hi, Arya.
Hey, Carrot Jr.
Should I be
Yeah.
talking to these peasant folk?
Only if it's entertaining to you.
Yes. sir.
I see how it is.
Now you didn't hear any of that. That was all telepathic.
That was all telepathic, yeah.
Okay.
Wink.
And it just gives another wink back to you.
Oh God.
And at this
Carrot
close,
Jr.
Thought about
What does Carrot Jr. think about me, Arya? Surely good things, I hope.
Well, lots of good things. Yeah, you,
We'll ask him.
Carrot Jr., do you remember the guy who killed the first Carrot Senior?
the blue guy?
Mhm.
Why is he blue?
You know,
It's a good question.
that's a good question. Hold on, let me ask him. Hey, Astrid,
Yes.
I think he likes you a lot.
And
I
Astrid,
don't believe everything what you just said.
as you
He
say
said
that,
something else.
the horse gives you a wink, and now at this point you can tell it also has eyeliner.
Oh my god.
Why wouldn't it?
Lashes. Horse has
We had-
lashes.
Are we there yet?
As you look forwards, you
few
actually
hours.
see there's a rider making its way towards your party. It's a solo rider, still some ways away, but he's kind of going in a quick, hurried fashion. Looks like almost a sprinting horse as fast as he can make it go. The individual wearing silver armor, but at this distance, you can't really gather much more details.
Oh dear. That's not a good sign.
Must be a messenger. I pull out my crossbow.
No, hold on. I believe the phrase is "Don't shoot the messenger."
Not at the Iron
that the
Hunter.
thing?
It's not.
Must
You-
be danger ahead.
It only takes a little bit of time before he makes it to you guys, rushing along. Almost out of breath, this individual stops his horse. His horse, like a solid brown, but more notable, he's wearing silver armor. He's got this hair that's kind of slicked back, almost porcupine-ish, maybe lion's mane-ish, kind of. And he has this like a silver tiara or silver like crown that pushes his hair back. As he rides up, he rushedly yells out to you, "Are any of you Nolan or Shalili?"
I am Nolan.
What?
He will step forward and raise his hand.
I was supposed to be getting to you when you got into town. Are you okay?
Yes, I am quite fine, thank you.
Did I reach to you before you made it to the rot? He looks past you all.
We actually had just concluded our mission.
You
Why?
are.
What's the issue?
And he hops off his horse. You can see he's kind of a smaller individual, like 5'8", 5'9". He hops down. My name is Meredith. I was supposed to be introducing you to the city. It's nice to meet you. He reaches out a gauntleted hand to reach yours.
He will shake it.
A roll insight.
Absolutely. He rolled an insight check.
Oh my god.
Dazed. This
Like
jaguar.
everybody in the game.
This jaguar is just like,
13.
I don't trust this guy.
This guy has a very clean face, but obviously he's been sweating. He's been riding for a while. He's got very royal, very nicely built up armor, and you can see that there's this hammer on his shoulder in terms of kind of imprinted on there. He carries a weapon that's a pretty standard broadsword sheath, but you can tell the sheath's high value, like a very nice leather fancy sheath. And overall, his features, he has a little bit of like a beard that's kind of like a strap beard that kind of, his whole face is almost like encompassed to like a lion's mane almost. He almost gives like lion features on a human being. But he is a human.
My kind of guy.
But he doesn't, at this point, there's not much to say. He's not really said much of anything per se, so he's really he just looks regal and royal.
Okay. I might trust him.
No one will say, sorry to have caused such stress. We were in a bit of a rush. I hope we didn't cause any great inconvenience.
It's not a worry. My keeper apparently spoke with Lily, gave them the coordinates for, or gave you guys direction towards the rot, and just let you go. But I was supposed to be introducing you to the city, welcoming you, and more importantly, I needed to let you know that this rot is dangerous. We've let people go in, and they've not been able to leave. They've been stuck.
Oh yes,
Oh, really?
we are well aware, and I am informed, and I have informed the rest of our group before entering. Those that were originally part of my party, that is.
You've already entered. You've already been there?
We have successfully managed to deal with this zone of rot with surprisingly positive results.
In a day. And he looks down, a little
Indeed.
surprised, like just kind of like there's like shock on his face. This has been a problem seemingly for some time. Well, then there's a celebration to be had. Thank you. I will make sure to do my end on the part. And he shakes your hand again, almost grabbing your shoulder. There's this smile upon his face, a smile that
Certainly.
quickly drops as his eyes lock on the Goliath with an incredible intensity.
These two are two individuals that I had stumbled upon within my venture within the rot, are not originally a part of my party.
You're Goliath.
I am.
And you see that he doesn't
You
take
are?
a full knee, but he takes a partial knee out of respect and holds his hand over the side of his chest and leans his head downwards. My fathers table, Goliaths. You would do me an honor, and I would do my forefathers an honor by allowing me to give you the same courtesy. You are welcome within the city of Bulwark, within the Chapel of Hell. Please, what is your name?
My name is Astrid Soulflare. Just call me Astrid, please. And I appreciate the bow and courtesy, but I'm not used to that. So
Yeah, he's a
you don't have to
monk.
make it. You don't have to make it a habit.
He stands up, and this person being royal, bow quite significant, but he didn't break to a full bow, just enough out of respect. And he stands up. Meredith, I believe my ancestors met your kind some time ago. And he looks over to you, Nolan. Didn't know you would have a Goliath in your company.
Neither did I expect to find one.
What do you mean by that?
Well, we had, as I mentioned earlier, we had stumbled upon these two on their mission
These
to
two?
deal with the Grey Rot. Indeed, they were in there at the same time we had entered.
I wave. Hi. I was with him.
This is a fascinating day indeed. Well, let me bring you to the Bulwark. Let me welcome you to my city. Then he turns himself
Indeed.
around and starts heading his way, bringing you all to the city of the Bulwark. Do you guys have anything you need to do before you make it there?
Astrid, you're famous.
I don't need attention. That's the last thing I need is attention.
Well, that's true, but this might be positive attention.
Such a formal introduction. And
I know.
invitation to a high-end house. You should
It's weird.
offer
People.
my friend.
It's weird having people be nice to me.
If you want, we can trade places. I could be Astrid for a day, or, if you want.
You don't have the height for that, so keep shooting for the stars, buddy.
Damn, you're right.
You turn yourself blue, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't want to be anyone other than me, I guess. Even if it's just for a day.
If only someone could shapeshift.
As
I
you
look over to the Jaguar. The Jaguar person.
You know, that's the first guy that asked me if I was a Goliath and not why I'm just blue, so starting to like this guy a little bit.
Yeah, Meredith might be cool. Hey, Nolan, he said welcome to my city. Does that mean this? Is this his city, or is he being, like, formal?
I believe he's being formal. He's making a polite introduction on behalf of the people, of all the people in the city.
Okay. I was a little worried for a second. I thought I had a...
Right.
You know.
I didn't see any noble house guard or garb, any sort of markings that indicate that he was of significant nobility, though that may change.
Hey, too easy.
As you guys travel, you guys then start making it to the Bulwark. At this point, you Nolan, RNA, and working on it. Nolan, RNA, and Gregory. You guys have already left the city, but you guys are walking up to it now. But for the Ashtonari, this is the first time you've seen this city. This city has massive walls that surround it, and it's kind of like this impenetrable fortress of a city that works like a Rio de Janeiro of sorts as it builds its way down a slope to what would be a large dock and beach area. The city itself is almost like shadowed by this towering statue of a woman with a book held closely to her chest as she looks down upon it with a staff of magic pointed straight to the center of the city, and a huge crack and damage right beneath that left arm that holds the book, almost shattering upwards. The city itself has many different emblems of religions that run around each wall, but at the entrance, at the gate, there are two anvils on either side, and a hammer on top of it. As Meredith leads you into the city, two guards immediately quickly recognize him, give him a large nod, and you can see they similar to him have that hammer and anvil over their left shoulder as a part of their armor and emblem. As he starts escorting you all in the city, it's a good change of pace compared to Crossroads, where Crossroads was full of humans and a few half-elves. Suddenly, you're met with a variety of people. You see a few gnomes walk by, a dwarf, a pair of two Leonins and a human. They're kind of holding him in the center, like the Leonin's obviously intoxicated. The human's like walking along. There's two kids running along as well, followed by their elvish parents. The kids are tossing a ball. One of them misses and it flies by them. There seems to be like some guard, but they look relaxed. They're just sitting on some chairs, kind of like not paying as much attention to what's going on around. But overall, the city's full of variety and disparity, whereas Crossroads was full of a lot of the same. You're seeing these, like, there are a good mixed bag. And these strange lion people, Leonins for those who don't know, are these lion individuals look like people stand upright, but completely they are completely lion features. They have claws, a tail that whips behind them, and a jaw that fits that of a lion's as well. And they can give out a large roar that is exactly what a lion might sound like. They walk along in leather armors and weapons upon them. They seem to be obvious adventurers. But welcome to the Bulwark. As you can see, it expands for many ways. And off to the left, there seems to be a ring or a half ring, and very kind of far away and up high, elevated at the top of the city, several churches, one after another, after another, after another. In the center being this large church that almost makes a pyre upwards.
This is my type of city. Oh, some cool people around here.
Oh yeah.
The architecture, I do have to say.
Oh, this is pretty nice. I mean, no, yeah, this is pretty nice. I'll give him that.
Has anyone gave Astrid any weird looks?
As you walk in, at this point, no. Not many people have made much looks at you. People have noticed Meredith, and some people will like eye upwards to you, but there's not an immediate like response other than that's a tall person. Some people look at you with a bit of curiosity, but besides that, not weird looks, more just like ever seen a blue person? What's that?
I'll genuinely take any place that isn't on a wooden boat in the middle of the ocean.
Meredith?
That's fair.
Is there a place for my kind?
For
Is
your-
there like a religious place or?
There's a moment of shock on his face as he kind of like his like ears kind of go back a little bit, and he's like, you have a religion?
Yeah, from the monastery.
No one takes out his notebook and starts writing down. Just please describe this religion.
Yes, please. I don't know much about Goliath culture, and I mean, by all means. But I'm afraid who would be your god?
Well, it's not really a god, I guess. More of a. You know, I've never really had to explain this before. Let me get back. Let me get back to
Are
you.
you
on
a
that.
servant of Helm as well?
Of who?
Let us know. And he kind of turns with a bit of a curious smile on his face. But honestly, just kind of baffled that you asked for that. Now you see that he obviously wants to know more. While there may not be a temple, we by all means have the resources to make a small temple. Is there something that you would need in particular that we can maybe fetch for you?
Oh no! You don't have to do anything for me. From what
How could I have
gathered-
forgotten? And he reaches into his bag, pulls out these red rocks, and throws them kind of like peppers them at you. I'm so sorry. Throws them some more.
What are you? What is
What are
this?
these?
What are you
What are
you
these?
doing?
What?
Astrid,
And as he does that, like other people notice and quickly reach around with those who have it accessible and throw these red rocks in your direction.
Do we know this to be like a bulwark or a helm, like a welcome custom?
Nolan, you and RNA, actually all of you except for Arya, immediately recognize this as red salts. It's just salt that you season with food.
Do we know this to be like a customary thing of them tossing this on the ground,
That's
or
a
is
lich
he
thing.
expecting us to just pick this up and use it like raw?
You're not really sure what's going on,
Or is he trying to eat it?
and
Is he trying to
as he
solve
throws
us?
some more rocks at, and he's throwing them at
Yeah, make
Astrid
a-
specifically. He's
make
he's kind of peppering
history
Astrid with
insight.
like this. Roll a history if you have any idea what this is. But maybe. And he says, and he starts going, why is it so spicy? Why is it so spicy? And a couple other people also do like why is it so spicy?
Oh boy, here we go.
I believe you may have forgotten that Goliath has not been seen in a very, very long time. People might be unfamiliar with your race and your customs.
It's an 11 in history.
Yeah, but why are they throwing red stuff at him? I feel like we're the ones who are confused at their customs.
No, Nolan has no idea what's going on. The other people did not think about this until Meredith was doing it, and then suddenly people realized they should have been doing it. And
Meredith,
Absolutely agree.
What-
please explain what is happening. Why
Is
are
it-
people throwing red rocks at me?
Is this customary?
is this not what I should be doing?
No,
Well, I just
no.
want to hear your reasoning for this.
Yeah.
Well, there were stories that I was told as a kid of some time ago when the Master Martez came. He had a tradition of taking salts from the table and throwing them to the floor, saying, "Why is it so spicy?" I read that it was a sign of respect, and so I thought that was something maybe Goliaths did. I was told as a kid that's what they would do. Is that not the case?
Can Astrid history check that and see if Master Martez has ever done that?
Yeah, go for it.
Let me do that real quick. That's a natural one for a 4.
Man, I didn't know
Yeah, that
Master
sounds about
Martez
right,
was
yeah.
British.
The only
That's
thing
all
that
right.
you do know is that you've never seen red salt before.
Red salt. Okay, that's different.
I'm so sorry. Did I offend? No.
No, you can't offend me if I don't know what's going on. So
Very gracious.
I would like to lick or get some of the salt and do a little taste.
You
know?
reach down, touch
Off the
it.
ground.
I lick it off the floor.
You guys see
Yeah, whip it
Aria?
off of Astrid.
Oh,
He didn't. No, he threw it at the floor.
he threw it at Ash's
Oh, okay.
chest, and it bounced on the floor and at the floor. He threw it at both.
So you're either gonna lick his chest in front of
gonna-
everyone, or you're gonna lick the floor.
I'm gonna put my finger on there. on his
yeah,
chest.
and you're gonna wipe it
Ari,
off.
Ari,
Astrid,
I'm going to tell you
whoa.
right now. Ari, I'm going to tell you right now. We're
Oh.
friends, but if you touch my chest and lick this salt off of me,
Hey,
I'm going to
Ari.
break your finger and feed it to you.
You see, he's
not
already
touch me.
touched your chest, and his finger's like right in front of his mouth as you say that.
Don't. Do not.
All right, fine. You'll make me. Excuse me, Meredith. Could I get some of that salt?
Sorry.
And while
hands it to you.
he's turned around, I'll lick my chest salt real quick. See what it tastes like.
Yeah, we both take a taste at the same time.
It tastes like a mild spice, though that taste is not too common in Frostbosted. You may not have ever had food with particularly like it's kind of like a pepper almost, but it's like condensed into a rock form. But imagine a salt, but if it were like a wasabi almost.
Oh, Master
No,
Martez
yeah, right.
is
That
not a
sounds
very
spicy.
not a very culinary guy. It's just kind of a weak palate. This isn't spicy at all.
Perhaps
I say with
that's
teary-eyed
all.
eyes and red ears.
Sweating right now.
Yeah, sweating a little bit.
Like
What a bland palate, that old Master Martez.
Anybody got any milk?
Those whose passive insight is above 11 can see that Meredith is sweating like a beast right now. Like he's like his hair's actually getting wetted down a little bit from how much he's sweating, as he's like not sure. Like, oh god, oh fuck, oh jeez, oh man, and like you can see his cheeks are rosy, and he kind of turns. And he's like, and he starts walking off.
No one will
Well,
try
okay.
and make it easier for him and say, perhaps we'll have the source tell us of all these other customs himself. Astrid, please tell us some of the Goliath customs that you normally put into practice. up in the Frostbolt deer.
Well, there's
And
a
scratch out red spice off of the list.
well, I know there's a certain holiday
The harvest,
harvest
where
the
you harvest the
thank
souls
you.
of the fallen.
No, where are you? Okay,
Wait, you do that? That's really cool.
where are you
Hold
getting
on.
this
Whoa.
information from? First off,
I was told it as a
Perhaps
kid.
generational.
Who told you this?
mutation.
I'm so. Oh God, my father did.
Okay, maybe we'll have to write down a book later about actual Goliath customs. You're
That's what I'm aiming to.
in
do
the
right now.
ballpark with harvesting, but we do not harvest souls.
Hmm.
We harvest other medicinal properties, as is known far and wide that Frostbolt deer is at the peak of healing properties.
And like nods his head. Yeah.
So there are two factions,
Alchemy, perhaps.
sort of like that. There are two factions within the Frostbolt. Three factions, my mistake. There is Hoxton. There is. Oh, let me pull up this pinned message that
Jotunheim, right?
Rose sent me. Jotunheim, Hoxton, and the actual monastery from which I reside. Jotunheim and Hoxton like to do battle with one another to test their might, to test all in good fun though. There's no evil, there's no malice behind it. They're mostly the Hoxtons, they like to fight. And the Jotunheims are mostly the merry sort. And then every so often, I believe every harvest, they'll switch it up and take on different aspects of the other clan and keep the cycle going. And then every harvest, they will heal and eat and be merry for a whole week of non-violence, and just be merry and enjoy another's company. And that's pretty much what we do.
And when do you harvest the souls to power your astral armor?
You have an astral army?
I don't have any astral armies, and we don't harvest souls.
Astral.
But how did you defeat the orcs?
Oh, goodness. Okay, you know what? We'll talk about this later. You're in the ballpark. So, don't need to be nervous or anything. I can tell that you are nervous. It's fine.
This whole
You're in the
thing is
ballpark.
a
Feel as though I've learned
valuable
so
learning
much
lesson
today.
for all of us.
And-
Yeah. I didn't really do the best in, my studies. I didn't really care for that in my youth. Which I'm regretting it now, obviously, but
And he turns and he starts leading you guys. Are you guys following him? He leads. He's interested in showing you the city, though following is not a necessity. As that happens,
I'll
Red
follow him.
kind of
Yeah,
pulls
I'll
at
follow
your suit, Arnie.
Yes, Red.
What are we to be doing? Are we a part of all this?
At the moment, we do need a place to rest. We need to get our wounded.
Yeah, I don't
Sitting.
think we should walk
And-
him around the city. She looks over at the guy still with an arrow in his leg.
I wholeheartedly agree. But, and he turns to Red and leans down to her a little bit. This is a Goliath. This is a rarity. If a Goliath has left the monastery, I believe something bad might have happened. I don't know what, but in history's past, a Goliath leaving has never been a good thing. So, how about you take the soldiers, including the wounded, to the tavern. I'll let you pick whichever one's closest,
I can do that.
and I'll meet up with you then later.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll
Just get rested up. You and I will need to discuss some battle performance later, and I'll need to talk with some of the soldiers.
take him to the Brine and Brew.
You did good out there today.
Arnie, I'm sorry.
Sorry for what?
I panicked. I got our own. We'll talk about it later.
Well, don't be sorry to me. Do be sorry to him, but keep in mind, Had you not done so, he wouldn't be here. So, it's your call. Would you be sad that you shot a man in the leg, or would you be more sad that he would be dead?
You see
Either
that
way, you kept him alive, maybe with a bit of wounded.
You see that kind of gets to her a little bit. She nods. She goes, I believe the plan was that the crew would get some rooms at the Brine and Brew Tavern, so I will go there.
Sounds good. I'll meet up with you there later. I'll continue following them around, and if anything important comes up, I'll let you know. Sound all right?
Yeah. Thank you, Arne.
Yes. Have a good one.
With that,
RNA waves and turns the other direction.
she goes
Promptly.
and takes the party off elsewhere. And you guys start being taken around the city. You're brought to he kind of says he's going to take you around the city and does that thing where he takes you to like one shop, right? And then and then immediately pulls you over to his church. You guys get to see this one shop that's kind of magical wares and whatnot. He's like, yeah, this is where you can buy all kinds of fun things. I used to go here as a kid. I don't know what they have these days. Anyways, that is the Temple of Hell, and there's this massive spire, and he starts walking towards it.
But Meredith,
Did you
didn't
say,
show us the shop, the magic shop.
Hmm?
You didn't show us the magic shop.
No, it's over there.
Which building?
You know, I'm just saying, a Goliath would enjoy going to a magical shop just for a moment.
By all
I heard
means,
Goliath's
he
love-
turns
love
around.
that.
You like magic? And he grabs your shoulder, like your arm. I can bring you. I don't know magic myself, but come on. He drags you on over,
Yes.
and he brings you on. He
really
brings you on
wasting
down to Pippin Poppin's magic shopping.
Pippin Poppin' back.
Pippin Poppin' magic shopping. I like
Pippin'
that.
Poppin' magic shopping.
The
Poppin'
building
magic
itself almost looks like a big toad. Like that would be like it looks like itself is an actual big toad where you enter in a tongue that's unfurled, and there's like these two sliding glass doors. All right.
Huh.
Went here as a kid.
Big frog.
It's really I like the frog. Yeah.
Big frog.
Do you know have frogs? Are there frogs up there?
I'm sure.
You seen one?
No.
Okay.
I know what that. I know what they look like though. I know what a frog is. It's just a big frog.
No, I didn't mean to offend. I didn't mean to say you didn't know what a frog looked like. I only was.
No,
I wanted to know what.
no.
Do Goliaths eat them? I don't know. And he starts walking
anyways,
into the Pippin Poppin.
Meredith, the shop.
yeah.
Just show me the shop.
Yes, the shop, please. He opens up the shop wide, and he's like, "Welcome to the Pippin Poppin." To which the merchant owner looks over in a confusion. Welcome. Feel free to peruse and look around. Meredith says out to you as the shop owner's like, just confused why his job's being done for him. I'm sure things are on sale. He starts walking around.
No one does like a brief glance over everything in this magic shop. Is anything like of any interest to him, or is it like kind of lower level stuff like, yeah, this is a tourist trap.
Roll an Arcana check.
All
A
right.
tourist trip? A magic tourist trip? Yeah, there's like a stink cloud cantrip.
Yeah, don't waste your time on this stuff. Yeah, 19 Arcana.
19.
There's a crossroads finger trap, you know?
You do see
yeah.
you do see a toy of never-ending winding. At least that's what it's labeled, and as you look at it, you don't see much of arcaneness to it, but as you twist it, nothing happens, and as you keep twisting it, nothing happens, and as you keep it twisting it, nothing happens, and you realize that it's actually not enchanted,
I
and that
see.
the toy never activates. You start to look around, and there are a lot of toys. Some of these you can tell have low-level incantations on them. You see a what would be like almost like a play or a dummy sword, and a sword of dummy hitting. And the description is it will destroy any dummy in which or it will fell any dummy before you. And you start looking around, you see a light of never-ending flashing. And as you like grab it, it flashes your eyes for a second, but as you try to flash it in other directions, it just kind of like ends up being a constant light. But overall, you get the inclination that there aren't too many specifically like powerful incantations, but some of them, you see one hat of that actually has a decent level of like incantation abilities. You see a hat of disguising, and you start to realize this might be a prank store.
Ah, yes. parlor trick toys. He says out loud, looking at all the stuff.
Are there any cloaks?
Parlor trick toys. These are the finest magical items you could have in the entire Bulwark.
And I feel sorely disappointed of the Bulwark.
If you're so sorely disappointed, then you can get out of my shop.
Honestly, I don't know why we're
What
wasting
a
our time
fantastic
here.
idea.
If you want, there are plenty of things in here. I thought of. Don't go. Just don't call my stuff back.
They don't speak for me. Are there any cloaks?
He kind of his eyes look at you, looks at your size, and he goes, "Just think." Turns around, grabs
pulls out a
something
blanket.
off of a hanger, and holds up to you a beautiful or measly cloak of billowing.
Oh, it'll be a very, very tiny cloak of billowing.
And extra small.
Extra small.
And it looks
Darn.
like, as it would go over your shoulders, it would be like a half cape, those ones that kind of go up to your like your what would be your right below your
right on the shoulder
right
blades.
shoulder blades and whatnot. A little bit lower than the shoulder blades actually. It'd be more like that spot like right below your where those wings you have in your back and your bones. Lord.
The shoulder blade?
Oh, those are shoulder
yeah.
blades. Yes, shoulder blades. Right below the shoulder
yeah.
blades.
The wings you have in the back of your bones.
You know what I'm
Blades
saying.
in the back of your back?
You know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Look, I'm the DM here. I'll call them what I want to call them.
Did you say the back of your
His story. He says what he wants. It's his world. Let him build the world.
My anatomy. Yes, the shoulder blades, just below the shoulder blades. And he's like, this may be a bit outside. This may be a bit small, but yeah.
Well, if it was like in double XL, you might have had a customer, but I can't really.
Starts looking around frantically.
For fun,
He-
no one will cast enlarge on it.
with that,
On the little cape.
it unfurls into a perfect cape size. He goes, see? More magic than one might think.
Maybe then it will fit you a bit better.
Yeah,
That'll fit you
fit.
5 silver.
Is it gonna stay that big,
Yeah.
or is something foolish gonna
Absol-
happen?
It's magic. I don't know.
With my
So long as I maintain concentration, it should stay that way for a full minute.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh, you did
I
something
can
to
see
it.
that.
No,
Way
it,
to suck the fun out.
No.
What?
It's perfect size. You should buy it.
I think. Astrid, are you gonna
Like a
buy it?
glove.
If it was bigger, I would have, but
I
Bigger
might,
than that, I think it's good size.
I might take it then, if you don't mind, sir. What's your name, if you don't mind?
Don't you already have a cloak?
But this
Yes.
one pillows, he says with obvious sarcasm.
my name is
Does it
Dryer.
have flowers?
Dryer? Well, Dryer, it's nice to meet you. My name is Arya, Sophia. I'm not going to go into the big lengths for this, but
Oh, thank
You-
goodness.
you said 5 silver?
That is what he said. Yeah.
Okay. I don't have any silver on me. Can I just give you a gold?
Yes. Yes. That would be fine.
Okay. And I put 1 gold on the table from my bag of, what is it? 1,404 gold.
And what he does is he
What a guy.
he leans over to hand you to grab the gold and hand you the enchanted outfit. Sorry, the garb. And he leans over, and this guy's a pretty tall guy. That is until his body hits the shelf of the desk, and he leans over, and you can see he struggles to reach the coin, and he grabs the coin, pulls it back, and puts it. And he's still tall, but he looks over, he goes, "Pleasure doing business." And as he starts to walk off, you hear these 2 like peg, like stilts almost.
Is he wearing a trench coat?
You do notice he's wearing a particularly long. With your hyper perception, you notice that his coat is a bit longer than one's coat might normally be.
Uh-huh.
There's 3 dwarves in a trench coat.
Or 1 dwarf. Or halfling or whatever.
Did he say dwarf?
On stilts. I've said nothing of the sort, sir.
You know. He starts like whipping
I'm a paying
around.
customer.
Now you're a good
dwarves.
customer. And he whips back around.
Thanks.
Okay, Meredith, you can show us the rest of the city. Just wanted
We
to,
had fun.
just wanted to cloak my size.
Don't worry, Astrid, I got you.
No, you
You can
don't.
find a tailor.
In like 2 days, I'll get you.
Oh well.
And with that, he turns around. He's like, "Yeah, by all means. I'm sorry, Dave. We didn't have one.
It's okay.
Show us to a tailor, perhaps. Have one perhaps fitted for him.
I have a personal tailor. I could bring you to him. He's a great guy. He's also my butler.
Oh.
You have a butler?
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, I guess more of a priest hand, but I have a few priest hands.
Would
By
that be
all
in the
means.
tower?
The power?
The tower.
The tower.
Oh, you talking about the chapel?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the chapel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the chapel's great. Come on. And he starts bringing you along. As you guys are kind of looking at him, it kind of comes evident that this guy's not really exactly like old. He's kind of a younger human. Maybe he's 18, 19's kind of age, but nonetheless, seemingly with some kind of authority and some kind of there's something about him that is kingly in nature with his outfit and stuff. Besides his mannerisms, he's overall just kind of like a kid walking around the city. Maybe 17 even. But nonetheless, he excitedly brings you along to the chapel. You guys make it to the chapel, and this massive two-pronged, what would be like two towers almost, but put together, silver and metal building, and it rises high. It's the second highest point in all the city besides the walls. And he leans over. He goes, "This is the Tower of Hell." And he kind of like, come on, heads on it.
Very impressive architecture.
Is it?
He'll just note down again his experience in this town in his personal journal, separate from the important notebook.
You know, this is a very nice tower.
Tall tower.
And actually,
Yeah, I'm coming in.
in the
He leans out the door.
Yeah. Let's go.
appreciating the view from the outside.
Otto, get some food ready. Come on. And he heads on into the church.
Yeah, sure. Hey, Nolan.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
think? Are you sure he's not like a king or something, or like noble or royalty or something? Because
Well, the churches tend to do very well and are provided with quite a bit of expensive gear and whatever necessities.
oh yeah, but do you think like his dad's like, I don't know.
Of noble stature, of noble standing, perhaps.
I mean, maybe a high priest or maybe a whatever you guys have here. I'm not sure.
Maybe you'll have to ask him.
Okay. Too easy.
Again, I didn't notice any immediate markings of nobility, but he may not just be bearing them at the moment.
Right. Okay. Too easy.
And Nolan, I will say with your knowledge of the world, you would know that this city doesn't have a proper king, but rather is held up by a council of various, the largest churches of the city actually all have an equal council. And those churches are the ones that called out for assistance from love. And this ring, this
theocracy.
half ring of chapels are all making up of the, what would be the various people on the board.
So this place operates more as a theocracy with counsel from the high priests or bishop, archbishops, or whatever of each respective church.
Exactly right. And I take it you guys go in?
Yes.
Yes.
As you guys travel in, all that the outside was decently rambunctious, loud noise and whatnot, but the doors, they close behind you, and there's this nice almost break from all the noise. Less people running around, almost like quietness in the halls. All quietness except for the excited footsteps of Meredith. You guys can't even see him as he's already taken a turn down an obvious corridor to follow. There's a couple options to go besides following him, as there's actually, like, you can see there's like prayer rooms off to the right, and maybe even you smell something wafting from the left, perhaps even like a kitchen down that hall, though you can't see it immediately. Straight ahead, though, is Meredith, who just took another right into a corridor.
I'll just keep following Meredith.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm following behind Astrid, looking around like, oh, okay. TM, I was from heaven, right?
Right.
How does this compare to some of our structures?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Roll a I'd say history check.
A history check, okay. 6.
I would say it's very different. In the sense that your world and your gods were actually far different than any of these gods, and all this metal and all this clunkiness and all this like kind of coldness to it. You remember your gods warm. You remember your gods welcoming. You remember your gods alive and rambunctious. But this is like a quiet place almost. And as you travel, you can see that there are rooms of people making confessions and gently whispering prayers. There's shields that line the walls, and there's actually like militaristic like guards that aren't exactly guarding much of anything besides some relics or another behind them. It's very stuffy for what you would remember, but architecture, you remember much more light, natural light, niceness.
Right. Yeah, in my head, my gods would prefer drinking and eating good food than, this.
Yeah. You guys catch up to Meredith.
Hey, TM,
Yep.
how long have we been traveling since the whole Grey Rod incident?
At this point, after all this traveling, you guys are in the late afternoon. You started your adventure about morning, midday-ish, and now after and because of the nature of the time of the Grey Rod, that took less than half a second technically, or less than a real second. And so that was instant almost. So really, it was just travel time. So really, it's just the late afternoon. Sun's maybe going to be setting soon.
Another question, since you said it took half a second. I remember something being mentioned about the Grey Rot specifically. Once we exited the Grey Rot, did our bodies retain the time that we spent in there, or did they feel as though only half or a second had passed?
They retained the
You know what I
time
mean?
and the instance.
So to us, it felt like we spent a while in there.
That's exactly right. The exhaustion still exists, and it did not revert.
Okay. Cool. That's what I was wondering. As we travel along, RNA walks up to Astrid and pats him on the back for a moment and says, "Excuse me, big man. Can I talk to you for a moment?"
Sure.
Listen, I've got a wounded soldier back at the tavern, and is there any way that you think we can continue this venture maybe tomorrow? I'm just a little bit concerned for my men at the moment.
I don't see why not. We are pretty tired from this little excursion. I'm sure we could ask Meredith, and maybe he can be patient one more day.
That being said, also,
We are being offered food at this moment.
he leans into Astrid and he says, I didn't want to say it out loud, but the little one with the magic that he denies, I'm a bit worried about the band on his wrist.
Yeah. There's a lot of things I worry about Arya that I just choose to ignore, but the little gray spot on him is not looking too good.
I'll have it be up to you. I still need to speak with you and your allies, but if you decide not to come back now, I understand, but I must head to the tavern myself.
That's fine. We need to have a common meetup spot then, just in case. Let's say here at the, plaza before we enter this chapel.
Well, we could use the tavern.
I mean, yeah, but I just don't have a good track record with taverns.
RNA, RNA kind of like squints his eyes at him for a moment. He says, I
mean, look at me.
feel like I should question it.
Big man, drunken people. Are you kidding me?
Fair enough. But,
Okay.
and he looks
all right.
around. Would this be a private spot to... Oh, yes.
I will consider meeting you at the tavern.
Very well. If you'd like to meet up elsewhere, at least stop by and let me know. Sound like a plan?
Will do. Sounds fair to me.
Nolan, do you want to stay with them?
I might continue with Meredith.
Very well.
I might have some more questions about the city of myself, and I am not one to turn down a free meal.
Understood. And I'll see you boys back at the tavern whenever you're ready.
Understood.
That RNA will depart from the party, more so concerned about the wounded soldier than anything else.
Yeah, you turn to leave.
Gregory will follow behind.
Gregory following. And at this point, there is a nervous Meredith who does not want to interrupt, like looking down the hall, like at you guys, kind of like a bird, like just kind of staring.
Hey, Meredith.
He jumps right back into the hallway.
Real quick, when
He just
RNA
left.
turns to leave.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So when RNA turns to leave and Gregory starts following behind, RNA jumps for a moment as he entirely forgot that Gregory was still with them, just because he's been so silent.
Yeah.
As he jumps, his flames expand for a moment and he doesn't say anything, but he just squints his pupilless eyes at Gregory. Continues walking.
Oh. Watch it there. I have whiskers, man. Come on.
And you guys head
Glad
off.
we were here.
Oh, I want to know if they're okay too.
I leave.
All right, you two head off. What is the rest of the party doing?
I'm just following along with Meredith's.
Yeah, I'm following Meredith.
You guys follow him. You guys pass what seems to be a large room with many chairs and like boards, almost like a convening room. And he goes right by that. But you notice that it seems to be like maybe a place where a council would be held, right? And he leads you to a slight offshoot room and sits you in front of a fireplace of sorts with this little desk. And the fireplace is kind of lifted up high next to the desk. And it seems like more of like a cozy little sitting area. So, nice to meet you again, Astrid, and you, Nolan. There's so many things. And Nolan, as you're walking in, or sorry, Astrid, as you're walking in, you can see there are portraits of this blue, large man standing next to another small individual with his like hand kind of outstretched over his back. The man you're not familiar with by any means, a human, but he has some resemblance to this kid, or that's currently excitedly guiding you around the city, this Meredith. But you do recognize the person in the portrait in the picture. While it's not the best drawing ever made, you realize that it's a Master Martez. And in the background, there seems to be some kind of plane with a large figure. Maybe that statue in the background. It looks like they're on some kind of like beautiful plains that kind of stretch outwards. And so far away, you notice it's the small city of the Bulwark. It kind of sits off in the side of the room, but it's notable to you. So
Master Martez.
you know him?
That is your leader, huh?
Yeah. That's that's the master of the monastery.
You see, you know him in spirit? You read of him?
I know him in flesh.
And like
Talk to him.
his face drops in almost like so much awe that it's almost fear. That man, or that Goliath.
Yes.
I take it Goliaths have an incredibly long lifespan,
No, I think it's normal, but we monks go through very vigorous training. It does something to us. But that is neither here nor there.
It's weird, but I've seen him fight a crocodile, and it's vigorous training, all right.
incredibly long lifespans are nothing new to me. After all, there are elves that exist that have been around for quite some time, and dwarves as well.
Elves live for a long time, but that's nearly 700 years.
700 years?
You didn't know?
Does he not
No.
look old or something?
Yeah. Can I history that?
Go for it.
Can I like remember like when I first met Martez?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, can I like recollect all the wrinkles?
Roll a history
That's
check.
How many wrinkles he has?
As an 11?
11.
I remember he was wearing
What's his reach
sunglasses.
check?
You first met him.
And I know he's old.
You first met him after you were an adult, after all your training. Your first meeting with him is when you became a full-fledged monk. Prior to that, you had never met him before. When you became the full-fledged monk during your prequel, that was the first time you had ever met him. And there was no telling of him being particularly, nothing like 700 years old, or nothing like that. But that is quite shocking. You can't have that can't be the same person. Maybe someone else was named Martez. This was my
Generational
great,
name.
great, and going on great grandfather.
No. From the picture, what I can tell, does that look exactly or near about like
Like
Master
spitting
Martez?
image, like same beard and everything.
That is him to the very final follicle of hair on his chin, Meredith. That is Master Martez. I have spoken with him.
It's amazing.
That is
I want to know
incredibly
so much
fascinating.
about it. There hasn't been a Goliath that's left across Bolster in 700 years. What are you doing down here?
Yeah, that's what Sparky was telling me. I want to tell you, but I
Yeah?
need to speak with probably you and whoever else is in charge of this city.
Well, I'm
Very, very privately. This is not a joke.
okay.
All seriousness.
Yeah,
A private conversation.
it's anything as history's been. Goliaths have come down here in times of great change. You helped, or your kind, or Master Martez. He's the reason the Bulwark's even here.
That's interesting. I wish I could talk to him.
You can't?
Oh my gosh.
What?
Wonder-
Oh,
I need to send a
gosh.
letter. I need to write a letter.
I can help you write said letter.
Okay. After we get done here, we need to go to like some kind of mail carrier or something.
Indeed,
I need to write a letter.
Well,
Yeah, that can be done. I can send a letter for you as well. I mean, I can get it off the couriers. Otto, where's the food? Sorry.
And that letter is also of utmost importance. Like it is.
And
It has some valuable information.
and grab a pen
that
and
needs to be
paper.
For only Martez.
And a sewing kit.
You need a sewing
Bring it
kit?
to you.
I can bring a sewing kit.
Yeah.
Do we have any sewing kits? I don't know if we have a sewing kit. Oh
Just
God!
yell-
Why didn't I
yell
think of
at
a
your-
sewing kit?
Just yell at your butlers again.
yeah, bring it.
They're kind of funny.
Bring
Not
the
butlers.
tailors.
Anyways, Otto, where are you? Sorry. I apologize. Excuse me, Mr. Astrid. You, and he leans over to Nolan. Like suddenly, like all the revere that was existing for Nolan is not as great as it was before. Though he is appreciative, it seems like he's less appreciative of the actual things that have happened and more appreciative of the legend that is Goliath. You can see it evident in this kid's face.
Mr. Astrid? I'm 24.
As he looks over to you, Nolan, he goes, oh, I was supposed to tell you. So you, the one in the north is much worse. Much worse.
Oh,
Are you,
I figured it was worse, but I didn't know to what degree.
I'm glad that I caught you. Do you have Shillelagh is at the, like, where's she?
She went with another group of Iron Hunters to the other, more hairless Grey Rot.
She's heading up there now.
I believe so. If
They didn't tell me that. They
If
told me
they're not
that
in
you were
there
just
already.
going south. They said you were just heading south. That one has a storm in it. It doesn't stop. That one's really. I was trying to catch you beforehand so we could get you more prepared. We were going to help you with men and whatnot. I tried to again. You weren't supposed to be leaving the city till I caught you. I might need to run. I might need to go. Do you think that she's already made it there by now?
We had reached ours in ample amount of time.
Then she's there.
If this one is closer,
No, it's just about the same.
hmm,
We've noticed that
then she has likely reached it already.
Distance from the city.
Well, technically, if she's in there, only a second's passed, right? If she's inside, right? Even though she's going through her own thing.
I don't fully understand it.
I don't know either.
What we saw.
Grey rot zones tend to be different from each one.
Oh, there's different dilations and stuff.
We saw a
That's
man
the frustrating aspect.
go into the one in the
Oh.
south, and then when he tried to leave, he did not move. That man went deeper in, and we did not see him.
Did he mention that he sent a whole bunch of people into it, or just one man?
This person, he says that several people have gotten lost in there. We had a witness report given to me of someone going in. There have been plenty who've gotten lost. Merchants who didn't know it was there before we had markers, and a soldier who was off to investigate where people were going.
Okay.
The party with the soldier witnessed him freeze. The one up to the north, though, you can see the storm. It almost has a trapped tornado.
Now, Nolan, your
Weather anomalies.
co-worker Shillelagh, he said, right?
Shillelagh?
Yep.
Is she cautious? Because she might not have even gone in if there's an active tornado in the middle of it.
Right, but they're not stupid, but the area the gray rot may be encompassing may be larger than just the storm.
Maybe they went around it
We
to
found-
see the perimeter.
Again, the area may be quite larger than that.
A couple
You don't
months
know
ago-
until you're already in it.
Right. A couple months ago, we found that message could breach the barrier. They granted at a great delay. Message could breach the barrier.
No one will note that down.
And so that's how we know that there's even a storm in there. The scholars of Solamnia thankfully helped us with that, though after they lost one of their own, they refused to help us any farther. Otto! No response. Sorry.
Just
Penetrate.
just can't find good work these days, can you?
Do we need to go check on Otto?
He's probably fine. I don't know.
Should we go check on Otto?
I will go check on
There's
Otto.
prob-
And he gets up and leaves to go check on Otto. Otto, where are you?
Well, Nolan, we might have a situation where
Do you want me to come with you,
Might be.
Meredith, to go check on Otto?
He's no response.
Yeah.
As he's already left.
Astrid, stay with us. We're gonna make a plan real quick.
Why are we making a plan? There's nice people.
If your buddy is in a worse place than us, and we had our weirdness, there might be weirdness in theirs. They might have an earth elemental, or there's other types of elementals, right?
Indeed.
What if this storm's an elemental, like an air
Let's not
elemental?
Make wild grand assumptions of what to expect in these strange, still to be understood forces.
Well,
but-
what I'm saying is we might need to
A far
Go
more
out.
dangerous guardian to the epicenter of it, yes.
Yes. And we might need to go up there sooner rather than later to assist your friend.
Are you offering to assist my allies and the other Iron Hunters?
Well, You know, I think you guys are pretty cool, but you will owe us, and I think that's fair, right?
Yes, if you need to be compensated, so I'm sure that it can be arranged. Lo has already understood that and made some payments up front towards the Iron Hunters for their protection. However, I'm sure they can make an exception for a couple of volunteers.
Oh yeah,
For them.
that'd be nice. Now, it doesn't need to be. Um, we can worry about the financial part about it later. But you know, Astrid, are you okay with this? I mean,
I don't see why not. As long
did-
as all this traveling gets us to where, me and you need to go.
yeah.
Honestly, yeah, appearing to them, that would be compensated themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, you're from lower. Right?
Indeed.
I look over to Astrid. Well, you know, we need to go to Low anyways.
And I have
Yeah.
a ship,
You have a ship?
one that's under
Oh.
repair.
Oh,
However,
shit.
a ship that is under repair and will be making a return trip towards Low once we have progressed our mission here first.
With the Greyrot. I pull Astrid aside. Probably still within earshot of Nolan. Alright. We help them. And then our compensation is the ship, right? It makes it like a year journey much shorter, right?
I
Right,
don't
Astrid?
see why not. But I don't think it should be constituted as compensation. It's more like the favor that they owed us would be.
Well,
No.
we can probably get money too. That thing that Zatira kept talking about,
Yeah,
Money.
the stuff she stole from me. Good old Zatira.
good on Zatira. So, yeah, I mean, we can work out the finances, but getting a ride from them would be really nice.
Are you asking me if we should help these people?
No, I mean, I'm saying, let's do it.
Well, then, yeah, of course we were going to help these people. They saved us, so of course we're going to help them any way we can.
Alright, fine. Okay.
Glad to hear it. Yeah, you'll say.
Huh?
I'll pull from YouTube. I'm gonna head over to Aria.
No, we're not done. No, we're not done. No. I'm the main character. I say what's I'm doing the story.
Take backsies.
No, DM.
Oh.
No, you don't do that.
You have the floor, Astrid.
And
Our
I will.
turn last episode. It's my turn now.
It's my go.
I get to talk.
Mom said it's my
got
turn on
enough.
the as above.
I said it's my turn to talk on stream.
Astrid, by all means.
I will shake hands in agreement with Nolan, and we will cut to RNA.
And scene.
Wow!
And scene.
Arne, you make it back. Arne and Gregory, you two make it back to the Brine and Brew Tavern. Let's see here. All right. The Brine and Brew
Nice.
Tavern is a bustling two-story building with a large open entrance. And as you step inside, the warm glow of lanterns and candles fill the room, casting these flickering shadows upon the walls, and the air is thick with the smell of ale and freshly cooked meat. The first floor is filled with large wooden tables and benches, and near the entrance lays an empty table that has a nearby sign hanging that says "Leave weapons at the door." The bar itself runs along far against the wall and sits still, where a burly built bartender pours some drinks for some patrons. And then a set of stairs lead up to the balcony, and on that set of stairs you can actually see where a couple of like footprints are burned upwards that lead to the second floor, where private rooms are available to rent.
Well, Gregory, how do you feel about this whole thing?
A mission's a mission. It's not any different than the other ones we've been on before.
True. But coming across a Goliath in the middle of a mission.
Yes, but it seems like the Goliath's mission's completed, no? they're trying to get back home, or at least look, or maybe.
He made no mention of returning to the Frost Poles to deer. Not to my knowledge. Unless you've heard differently.
Well, they had to go to a crossroads, and now they're leaving. He did say something weird happened there. I haven't heard anything about the city.
Maybe so. I don't know. I just got a bad feeling about the whole thing. Before we go in, did someone mention how long the mission should take?
Not that I remember. But can I roll for history? Just
Sure, but I don't know what Cameron said.
How long? Go ahead.
No, I asked if he knew how long Center should have been gone on the mission, or how long they predicted they'd be gone.
You guys, or Gregory, you knew that the mission should have taken about the same amount of time as yours. Though you did know that they were handling a bigger problem, and you did know they had a much larger portion of the hunters and Center. They're supposed to reconvene here probably within the day.
Okay, so I relay that information, and I was going to ask you a question, RNA. You had mentioned that you recall Goliath. Last time a Goliath left the Frostbusters deer, it wasn't pretty.
Well, I don't know much about it because I wasn't there, but I've heard stories, and I believe some of them are more accurate than the tales we've been hearing bit from around this place. But from what I understand, there's only one Goliath that's left before him, and then before that was, what, gods? Something along those lines?
Something.
But I just... anytime there's a shift in some sort of race like this, something always goes wrong. And he grabs the bridge of his nose as he says that.
I understand, because the Goliaths are nothing to mess with. I heard they eradicated the orcs, or what was left of them.
I don't even know if that's true. But we can ask him about that personally, I guess. If he does actually meet up with us here. He should. We owe him a favor, so I'm sure he'll ask for something. But we need to talk to some of these soldiers first and see how they're doing.
You can spot your crew sitting at a table a little bit off to the right. Not exactly in the corner, but not exactly in the center. Just kind of minding their business. But you notice that Red is not there.
Arne will begin trudging over to the table. And is the injured soldier there?
He is there, weirdly with the arrow still in his leg, and and just kind of they're all chatting amongst themselves, minding their business. And the guy who has the arrow in his leg actually grabs onto the arrow, like ha, yeah, fucking talking with one another, but like there's kind of a weirdness to that. Just that's still there.
It's still in the leg. Arne waves at them as he walks up, and he says, "Hello, friends.
Oh.
How are you all doing?"
Arne, yeah, doing well. We're doing well, Arne. How are you to be talking to us?
Good. I see you there. Got something in your thing there. He points to the arrow still lodged in his leg.
Yeah, there hasn't been any doctors that I could find. He seemed to be doing fine enough. He wasn't still bleeding, so he figured why not play some cards, yeah?
Hey, as long as it don't hurt. We'll get it out at some point whenever we can find someone qualified to deal with it.
Yeah, I went asking around. You think with a city full of clerics, but none of them seem to care or want to talk to me.
Arne squints his eyes for a moment and he says, "I'll find someone." You know where Red's is, or where Red's at?
Hi, little Red. She went up the stairs. She was in a bit of a fit after a little bit of an argument with this. And he nods his head over to the one with the arrow in his leg, and he just kind of gives like he's a pissed off face. Whatever. Gave her a hard time. He did.
Arne looks to the group and he locks eyes with the one with the injured leg, and he says, "Listen, a lot of you did good out there today, and I'll need to talk to some of you. But right now I need to go speak with Red about some personal matters. When I call your name, I want you to come back there and talk with us, okay?"
We will be there. And you'll be having plenty to answer for. Fuck you.
He shakes his head and he turns back to Gregor and he says, "You want to join me in this?"
Yeah, I'll head up there with you. And I look at the one with the arrow in his leg. You know, you're lucky to survive. People like Elena died
Hold on.
because of those harpies.
He looks over. He tries to make a perception check to see if he's within earshot of RNA, which he assumes he's not, and he assumes wrong.
You're always in earshot of me.
And he goes, I'm lucky to have survived a maniac Cinderkin shooting me in my leg. Fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Arne makes no response and continues walking towards the stairs.
Yeah, I follow
As soon
Arne.
as Red went.
Most of the other Iron Hunters with him, like slap his shoulder, grab onto him a bit with like, what the fuck was that? That was not very good of you to say. That was a bit of an asshole thing. Shot me in the leg. And you walk off.
Yikes.
As Arne walks up the stairs, his face is very stoic, very calm, very normal. His flames are still the same. They've died down a lot since they've left the gray rot, and they still seem rather stagnant at the moment. And he begins looking for Red.
It's pretty simple actually to find her, as there are burned in footprints on the wood.
Footprints?
Obviously, a bit of an inflamed emotional reaction by the Syndican can cause them to heat, and thus they charred the wood, and it leads over to a room. That's evident. It's not really marked with any numbers or anything, and none of the rooms are. But nonetheless, you see like 3 rights, and then there's their room.
Once he makes it to the room, he turns back to Gregor and he says, "Anything that's said in this room does not leave it, okay?"
Roger that. Hearth and home.
Then no. Hearth and home. And with a nod, he knocks on the door and he says, "Hey, Red, we need to talk."
Come in.
He opens the door and steps inside and observes the room.
Relatively still, not like anything crazy happened in here. There's been stuff that's obviously their belongings actually put neatly on the desk, and she holds like the bridge of her nose looking downwards, not really in any tears of any sort. A Cinderkin can't cry, but maybe not even crying, just the level of like, you can get this sense of like frustration. The air actually smells of some kind of like a bad, well, something burns in a bad way, you know, like kind of smells nasty, though not the most uncomfortable thing to smell. But there's obviously like a frustration in the air, but not exactly like tears, just a little bit pissed off.
Red, tell me what's on your mind first.
I'm doing my best. I'm trying, okay? They're just being very difficult. I didn't know what to do. I'm sorry. You can see that she was getting a bit heated, and it like lights for a second before it dims after she realizes she's starting to raise her voice at you.
Arne walks up and he looks at her for a moment. He doesn't say anything. And he leans down and gets on one knee and bends his head in a bow, and he says, Red, I wanted to personally thank you for saving the life of that soldier. He doesn't understand what he does or what he says, but if not for what you did, he would be dead. That would be another corpse to bury.
Just, I didn't know I was saving him. I don't know where the line is. Was he not following orders? Did I shoot him because of that? Or was I scared of what would happen to him? I don't know where the line is. I don't know where I am on that line. I didn't know that when I shot him. I just knew I knew he needed to stop.
And you stopped him. There are 100 different ways that one could be stopped, but you chose the one that was most available to you, and you did a good job.
And she looks at her fingertips, still grayed. They hurt. I don't know why. I haven't felt pain, not like this, since I became a syndicate. This feels like the pain before. And it just aches. He healed it, and it went away, but it found its way back.
That, we believe, is a lasting effect from the gray rot. One that we will cure for you. We will find an answer for it.
As she says that, Gregory feels his scar that he's gotten from the gray rot. Does he still feel? Do I still feel pain?
It definitely feels sore, and you notice if as you kind of like flex to your mark, what would be your like arcane ability? You don't fully cast a mark, but you kind of like flex that mark that a scout can do, and that a hunter can do, and that a ranger can do. And as you like flex that muscle that would be to cause it, you feel like a not like a searing, but a very evident like kind of like if you've ever had a like your eye starts twitching and you have like a bit of like a spasm in what would be like in your arm, like a Charlie horse in your arm, but instead it's in your like eyebrow and where the scar is, and it's still black and white, right? You feel that pain. You know you can still cast, but it's evident but it's very evident. It hurts enough to where you're like, ah, shit.
Red, go ahead, Gregory.
I was gonna say, Red, if it wasn't for you shooting him in the leg and stopping him from chasing those harpies, he probably would be minced meat or food right now. I think it's incredible that he doesn't understand you saved his life. Probably doesn't even remember.
I know. Just keep saying that. I know that Cinderkin are meant to lead. Now everyone knows that I'm outshoot them. They were yelling at me. No one's going to follow you, or you'll fucking shoot them in the back. And I get that too. Even though everyone knows I'm not going, I appreciate you guys. I just have a lot to think about.
Well, I think you made a fantastic choice. You were the one most qualified to deal with that situation. And there's something you need to remember. Cinderkin are fragile creatures. They are. They're just as susceptible as anyone else. They hold a special status. You are not strong because you are a Cinderkin. Strong. You were strong long before that. You're Cinderkin because you're strong. It's important to keep that in mind. These soldiers don't understand what we are. They don't understand what we go through. They don't understand that we make decisions that could save or end lives in an instant. We're going to have a talk with him as well.
He's a piece of work.
Are you ready for that?
Yeah. I think I am.
Arne stands for a moment. He says, "Don't forget that you are their superiors. You're equal as people. But as an Iron Hunter, you are a leader. You are their leader. You understand that?"
Yeah. I understand.
Arne turns towards the door and he opens it. And what was the injured man's name?
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah. That's Arne leans his head out the door and he says, "Jeremiah, come here now."
Uh-oh.
It echoes, and the tavern goes quiet. Even though you're on the second story, your voice like kind of rings. Roll an intimidation check, actually.
All right.
Ooh.
Hold on. Let me look at something real quick. My bad. Yep. Not much, just a 6.
6. The voice still echoes, and there's a moment before nothing happens. And you start to realize he may not be coming up.
Uh-oh.
Gregory, you can feel the room raise in temperature for a moment before it goes back down. And Arne says, "Okay, maybe we'll have more than a chat." And he walks out the door and walks downstairs back towards the tavern.
You step down the tavern.
Vibrations with every footstep.
There's a bit of as the hallway walks, the flames that sit on the sides of the walls grow a little bit, following you along, as the entire upstairs temperature just got uncomfortable. And you walk your ways down, and you see that people are minding their own business. The tavern's still going about its business, and he definitely heard you, but isn't looking at the stairs. He's not looking at you. He's looking like trying to talk to everyone. The rest of the Iron Hunters are locked in on you, but he's like purposefully trying to continue whatever conversation he was having before.
Arne stands at the bottom of the stairs and looks directly towards Jeremiah. The temperature of the room, the area at least, rises a little bit, and he doesn't raise his voice. He doesn't yell or scream or anything, and he says, "Jeremiah, I know you heard me."
He turns to you. You want me to walk with an arrow in my leg?
"You're damn right I do. Now get up."
Roll an intimidation check. With advantage because you're his superior.
Based.
13.
One moment. No. Fuck you.
Arne
You can tell
will-
that he's very drunk too.
Arne will walk up to Jeremiah, steady, slow pace, and we'll get right next to him, directly in front of him. And he looks down at him and sees if Jeremiah will respond with anything.
The mouth of Jeremiah's has grown dry. His eyes also as well, as your heat is just emanating. And the rest of the table is leaned back, except for, Sleep, missing my name. He just kind of like giggles to himself. He goes, "Now you're in for it." His name's slipping my mind at the moment.
Jeremiah?
No, sorry. Doesn't matter.
Pierre.
Pierre, thank you. Pierre.
Louis?
Louis, thank
Pierre.
you. Louis is like, "Now you're into it." Excuse me on that. I really fucked that up. But he looks up at you, his mouth dry, and he goes, fuck you.
Arne would like to roll a strength check to tear the arrow out of his leg.
Oh no.
Yes.
Roll an athletics.
Ace.
Yes, sir.
A dirty
no.
20.
No! Why?
Arnie will lean down and put his hand on his shoulder and look him in the face and says, "You are healed inside the gray rot. You have been spoiled long enough. Don't make me remind you of your place in this squad. Get upstairs."
His leg, obviously an artery, like press starts splurting blood upwards.
Does he get up?
Let's see. He does stand up. Barely though, shakily, as that's happening. Before he's what's wrong with you?
Next time, just do as you're told.
His leg's losing tons of blood. As his eyes starts to get fuzzy.
I walk up and I cast Cure Wounds on his leg.
Cast Cure Wounds.
Thank you, Gregory.
Closes
Yeah.
up,
I was about
closes
to
up
ask
the
for some
blood.
help.
It still hurts a bit. Fuck.
I grab a couple. I dig in my bag and I take out a couple, some berries, and I'm like, "Here. Even though you don't deserve this, eat a couple of these." I give him.
And with that,
I'll give him 2.
he gets healed, and he's just kind of looking at you, Arne, with this like just disgust. Fuck! Why? What's wrong with you people? You become Senderkin and you start shooting us and tearing arrows out of our legs. It's like you lose who you were.
I haven't lost a thing. I just want you to be reminded that you're here because you got shot in the leg. If that didn't happen, you would be nothing more than a stain on the ground. And he turns back to the rest of the group and he says, "I am kind to all of you. I respect each and every one of you. I do. All I ask is for the same respect back. But when you refuse to give it to me, or any other syndicate, or any soldier, we start to have problems. You understand?"
I think I understand quite well, Monsieur. Hearth and home, everybody! And they do not give the same
Hearth and
energy. But there's like a couple people who mutter hearth and home. Hearth and home. And even the guy in front of you with his leg like all fucked up, and he's just had the worst attitude. He goes, hearth and home.
I'm sorry I had to do that, but I had to make you understand somehow. Gregory, help him upstairs.
All right. Yes, sir.
The rest of you? And he turns back to the rest of the group and he says, "I'm sorry you all had to see that. I really am. I want to thank you all for going on this journey with us today. I know that it was difficult and unusual, and we saw some unsavory things in there. But I appreciate the risk that every single one of you took entering that place. You're all good men."
Gregory's walked him off by now. And the rest of them look at you and they kind of each give individual nods of recognition and acceptance. And they, one guy, Louis, kind of leans over and he goes, "We all thought he was kind of a shit anyways. So we kind of appreciate it."
How much do drinks cost?
Drinks are cheap,
Sure.
like couple copper.
Shit. Arne will drop a gold on the table and he says, "Here, the rest of you can have a round on me."
There we
Sound good?
are, boys! What'd I tell you? Ah! And they'll like start, There's like an excitement. Louis kind of keeps the energy in there really well as he kind of like joins sides with that gold piece, and he's like, "Ha! I told you, you listen to me. You listen to Spider. We have a good night, yeah." And they kind of like get real excited about that.
RNA ultimately smiles and shakes his head before walking upstairs.
You head your ways up, and we are having a technical difficulty, unfortunately. So if you guys don't mind, we're going to put a pause. If people need to go to the bathroom real quick, go ahead. I'm going to fix my camera that's just died.
Oh,
Very nice.
shut up. And also your mic.
Phenomenal. Okay, we will have a little a tiny little 5-minute power hour. I wonder if he's still recording.
Oh wow.
Say something bad. Say something bad. Go lower. Go lower.
Go lower. Everyone, respectively.
Just gonna edit this part out, anyways.
Yeah.
Cameron,
So.
proud of you.
Yo, yeah, that was good. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was,
Thank
that was
you.
good.
Letting him bleed there though.
Look, I knew he wouldn't die. I wouldn't.
No,
I'll
I'm just-
be honest with you. I
You're
wouldn't have
fire.
done it if Gregory wasn't here.
I was happy.
Yeah. I was also the little devil in his ear. Literally, I was like,
I
rip that
saw you
motherfucking
send
arrow out of his
that
leg.
message.
I was like, don't let him do you dirty in front of the squad.
I was hoping, unlike
But that
ever
solidified
before,
it.
I was hoping so bad you would cauterize his leg. That's what I was.
Yes, that's what I was.
Put his finger in there, you know.
Yeah, just
I should've.
fucking. Yeah, dude. I was like, yo, you're fire. Why don't you just?
I was hoping
Cauterize
so
that
bad
shit.
for that.
That's
I
really
should've.
funny.
Yeah. RNA heard, hey, you expect me to walk upstairs with an arrow in my leg? You don't have an arrow in your leg anymore.
Yeah, bro. If
No.
that's the problem, I'll fix it quick.
God.
Narrow my leg? No, I expect you to limp.
All right,
I
we're
think it
back.
would've been
We're
way
back. We're back. We're back. All
I think it
right.
would have been better if you cauterized it though.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree.
For sure. That's okay. Is everyone here?
Next time.
Yes. I don't think any of us actually left.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're here.
Grayson, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Is there
Okay,
anything
well,
else you guys would like to do before the end of that night? Specifically,
We walk
RNA
upstairs.
and Gregory. You head upstairs?
Yeah.
After putting Jeremiah away, I'd like to look in a direct, like walk outside and look in direction the sky of the other rot. Just to see if I see any flares or anything. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Just checking.
As you look out there, you look over the wall. No flares of any of the sort. You just see the beautiful moonlit sky.
Ah.
RNA, do you
Amazing.
have any more business with Jeremiah before the end of the night?
I do. I want to speak with both Jeremiah and Red together. Which is why I sent him upstairs.
Yeah. Gregory, do you have anything else you'd like to do before that scene?
No, I'll walk back in and go back upstairs.
I get you. I'd say
I'd like to see this conversation.
heard. So you all head upstairs. Jeremiah now being forced forwards in the front, and you bring them all essentially into Red's room. What's this? Red says.
I just wanted to have a small chat with the both of you. Make sure we all understand what happened, why it happened, and that we're all on the same page. First, Jeremiah, what do you remember?
Hey, helping set up camp. She shot him.
Right. So, Red, what do you remember?
There was a sound, and he and two others, they went running to the forest. I told them to stop, and he was the last one of the three. The other two didn't stop, so I shot you. I shot you because you wouldn't stop.
Now, just so we're all on the same page, what actually happened? Red made an executive decision, and I agree with the choice. Unknown things were happening in the area. Suddenly, 3 soldiers get up, take off running. Odd behavior for a soldier, and they don't listen to the Synderkin, the one that's supposed to be protecting them. Surely, something has gone wrong. She took an arrow shot at the only one she could hit. Now, Jeremiah, are you familiar with harpies?
Oh, sorry, that did not catch on mic.
No, it didn't.
I've read it.
You were being called to the center of the Grey Rod by harpies. You would not remember getting up, you would not remember taking off running, and you would not remember anything that would have happened in between. What was going to happen to you is you would run to the center towards a massive beast. You would be completely helpless, you would be squashed to pieces, and you would be eaten by the harpies. Now I ask you, is that a better alternative than being shot in the leg, knowing that you could be healed?
No, it's not.
I understand that you're upset, and that's fine. I wouldn't be upset if they got shot in the leg, but I also want you to understand that your life was saved because of one arrow. One little bit of pain for a day has given you possibly many more years to come. She did not do it because she went crazy. She did not do it because she was angry at you, or just because she believes she was better than you, or any other thing. She wanted to try and protect you, and that was the only way she knew how. There was no other person that would have been able to catch up with you, wake you up, stop you, anything. Arrow was the only way, and she even harmed herself in the process.
I hear you.
I'm sorry for what I did to your leg. I really am. But you are not listening to reason. And I needed you to understand that there was a conversation that needed to be had. Despite what you might think from our actions, us Synderkin, you soldiers, we're all equal in some way, shape, or form. We're all just humanoids at the end of the day. We aren't better than you for any special reason. Not because we're on fire, nothing like that. But we do have experience, and we are in command for a reason.
Roll an insight
There's
roll.
not been...
Sorry.
Okay. No, you're good. Ooh, a 4.
He's listening. He's fully listening.
Now, Red,
Yeah.
I do want you to apologize to him for shooting him in the leg.
As I said, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't want you to get hurt.
Red, I believe it was Elena and Corin that ran off too, right?
Yeah.
And because of your quick thinking, Jeremiah didn't have to suffer the fate that Elena did. And because of me getting there in time, I was able to save Corin. I'm sure Corin would have preferred to be saved before even having the attempt of being eaten by a harpy.
Horn seems pretty pleased with your work. Yeah. It's all right. It's all true.
Now, Jeremiah, I would like you to apologize to Red for the things that were said.
Sorry for what I said.
I roll insight.
Go for it.
Yeah, same. Fuck. I got a 9.
19.
Ooh.
Gregory, throughout this entire time, anytime that Arne's mentioned that, like, I'm a Cinderkin, I'm no different than you are, you've gotten a very strong indication and reflection of, like, almost he winces every time that he says, look, I'm a Cinderkin, we're the same. And, like, you can tell that there's this level of, like, if I were just a Cinderkin, I would be better. I would do better. You can sense this in this little guy, this little nobody. And you can sense that his apology is forced.
Jeremiah,
Yeah.
you got something to say.
No, sir.
It's a good time to let it out now.
No, sir. I did
Because
not.
to me, it seems like you think you can do better.
No, sir. No, sir. Hearth and home.
We're all. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say we're all Iron Hunters here.
Hearth and home. Am I free to go?
Arne takes a deep sigh. And he says, yeah, you're free to go. Just remember, if you would have preferred an alternative, I can give that to you.
And he takes his leave.
Once he leaves and the door is shut, Arne does a come here motion, like with his finger to Red.
She comes. She's in the room. She's listening.
Yeah, like a get closer kind of thing.
She leans in.
And
Ian, I have a question after that.
Sure. Hit me with it after that.
yeah, Arne leans in and he says, "Listen, keep an eye out, specifically for Jeremiah. Sometimes these kind of things happens. Sometimes soldiers get a bit antsy. Sometimes, I think you know what I mean.
I hear you.
Sometimes they start acting up.
Yes, sir.
You feel like anything's going to happen, just let me know. Or Center, either one of us.
Okay.
Me preferably, because I know what happened. Still.
If I'm not in the rot, I can do pretty good. I hear you.
Oh, I believe you.
I hear
Speaking
you.
of that, do you happen to have a melee weapon of any kind?
She looks over at her bent, broken bow. Yeah?
Okay. Not what I meant.
Works.
That being said, you can't rely on your flames you can't rely on them too much. They are strong, they are powerful. There are situations where something like a good old-fashioned knife will do the trick a little bit better than any magic weapon.
Yeah.
That being said, I'll talk to Center about getting you some sort of melee weapon requisitioned. You did good.
Thank you.
And it was a very powerful strike, and I'm proud of your bravery for rushing the beast with nothing more than no offense, in the rot, it was nothing more than a stick.
I mean, normally I would inflame my hands, but again, we didn't have that option. I hear you. Thank you.
I understand. I understand completely. That's why I plan on getting you a completely non-magical weapon of some kind that you can use in situations like that. That's why I have my blade. It's got very little magic to it, if any at all, other than simply being bound to me.
Thank you
And
for
it becomes
everything,
useful in those situations.
Gregory. Thank you.
Arthenholm.
Arthenholm.
Arth and home. That Arne will get up and leave the room, and that's it for his night.
Gregory, what was the last thing you wanted to do?
Yeah, so I was trying to recall how does one become a Cinderkin? Like is it
Woo!
only special people or
Yes, it is a lengthy process, and you must be chosen by Center himself after working for the Iron Hunters for several years, and he is very selective on who can become a Cinderkin. The process of becoming a Cinderkin involves swallowing molten glass from the fire dimension, from the fire plane, excuse me. And then essentially it'll burn away your original form and you'll become the most present memory of yourself.
So, I got a follow-up question to that. Like, do certain Iron Hunters, like, is it some sort of competitiveness?
Yeah, lots of people want to become
being-
a Syndicate. Yeah.
So, would it be a problem if a certain, scout kind of told a fellow scout center, man, this Jeremiah guy, kind of acting sus, kind of acting a little.
It's not a problem, but Jeremiah might not like it. If Jeremiah,
okay.
if Jeremiah wants to become a Syndicate, who knows?
Okay. So just from that interaction, kind of got,
Yeah.
I don't think Jeremiah would come back from that walk.
Is that the end of your
Anyway.
two's night?
Yeah, it is.
It's the end of mine.
End of mine.
Going to speed things up a little bit for everybody. Over at the chapel, you guys, eventually Otto does not bring you food, but instead Meredith brings you food, apologizing profusely about how Otto wasn't around and was just yelling into the corridors. And is there anything in particular you two need to address, or you three need to address? Two, excuse me, three. Oh my god, I can't count. Anything you three need to address with Meredith before the night comes?
Well, and this is out of game. I think what I need to talk about might take a long time, so I think that might need to wait till next session.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe. And then my thing is also like potentially the same thing, but like asking him about the College of Solamnia and like trading information about what was learned about the larger thing, but in the greater details, and then potentially going to that place.
Let's get
as
into
well.
that. Let's get into that.
Do we have time for that?
Depends if everyone's okay with going a little bit over 10. Is that okay?
I'm fine with that.
Does anybody have any quarrels with going a little bit over 10?
Well, no.
I'm fine. Yeah.
We'll go a little bit
Yeah,
over
I'm
10
okay.
and get that way we can get to a good final point, okay?
Cameron, are you good?
10:01, 10:02.
Cameron?
Cameron?
Ooh, good insight.
He might have stepped away and he might be in it. I imagine he's in his kitchen.
C-A-M-P-F-I-R-E-S-O-N-G song.
He's in his kitchen
Song.
like, fuck, they're talking to me. Shit. Fuck. I just ended my scenes and now they're talking to me.
That's funny.
The minute I
I knew it.
the minute I say I ended my night and walked off to go refresh my drink, someone
That's
mentions
funny.
me, and I'm in the middle of the kitchen with my headphones
I
on,
knew it.
pouring ice into a cup. I'm like,
That's funny.
You good, Cameron?
yeah, I'm good. I'm fine going past 10.
Okay.
Okay. Easy.
Meredith talks, so we're going to get ourselves into it. Meredith, so yeah, if we need to get the council together for Goliath, by all means, I can get that arranged. Yeah, absolutely, Astrid.
Okay. I think that'll be best for the morrow when everyone's bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, because we are very tired from this gray rot situation.
They move a
Very
little
tired.
slow. They'll probably be around like tomorrow afternoon, or that work, or like getting everyone
You know what?
together.
That works.
Especially the monastery.
works
They're
just fine
very
for me.
picky. Okay.
That's just fine, and I can get that letter wrote. You can show us some
Yeah.
more around the city because
Let's
I'm
write that
very,
letter
very
tonight.
interested.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to walk you around tonight. Yeah. No. You had some questions.
Right. I would potentially like to get into the College of Solamnia, see what they may have learned of the Grey Rot themselves, perhaps trade notes. What they have learned about this other larger Grey Rot.
The scholars of Solamnia, they are a little bit
Hard
not
to reach, I imagine.
talkative,
Right, I'm familiar.
but I can mark down where they are if you want to head over there. They may not answer. That's a little late.
Right. Again,
But you should
something
maybe do that,
everyone
actually.
would
Like, they may be around.
Right. Getting their location, if that's the best you can do, then I
Here.
fully accept that.
You see that he pulls out a map of the bulwark, slaps it down, and he X's like the bottom what would be the right or what would be the north, or excuse me, holding the map upside down, sorry. The northwest or northeast of the city. Northeast of the city, close to the ocean. You can see that he puts a big X there.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, by all means. They typically run classes during the day, but I know a couple of their professors sleep the night over there. So maybe if you knock, you know?
Right. Well, thank you for the invitation and the meal. The useful information.
And I'll make sure to get all that counsel tomorrow, and by all means, absolutely.
I'd like to pull Meredith to the side real quick, if you don't mind.
He pull him off to the side, and as you're pulling him, he's looking over his shoulder to the Goliath, and he goes, I appreciate your time. I feel like I've done my forefathers proud. Oh, yes, sir?
Yeah, food's been great.
Hi, yes, I'm with, you know, Mr. Astrid. I'm his,
Butler?
you know, his bodyguard.
Oh.
And, I have an idea.
No one raises his eyebrow there.
No, we're far away from you guys, so, you know, we're far away.
Far away in the same small room, yeah.
In the same small room.
Yeah.
I have this really cool idea, right? And I pull out the billowing cloak, right? You know, he's always wanted one of these. If you could make this, if you can get someone to tailor this bigger, right?
Okay.
And then give it to him as a gift. I've heard
that's a good
something
idea.
that they do.
As a gift.
I've heard that's something they do in Frostbow Steer. They exchange coats and stuff.
You mean? And he like leans in real close, gets real quiet. You mean he would give me his coat?
No, it's more like
I'm in, and he takes it from you.
Yeah, that's so cool. It's gonna be so cool. Yeah.
I'm like freaking out over in the corner.
Yeah,
like,
like Arya and him are in the same room in the corner, and he's like,
I see him.
What does he get?
pass over the cloak.
Oh.
Oh Lord. What weave of lies has Arya conjured up?
I imagine he's just trying to get the tailor thing arranged.
I don't know who I'm gonna find. I don't know many wizards, but I'm gonna find a wizard, and I'm gonna make sure it happens.
And you're gonna find the best wizard, and it's gonna be so cool. And he's gonna give you a big hug. I've heard Goliath hugs are great.
Oh.
I've had a few Goliath hugs.
He like his
I've
head
heard
flips
Goliath
over,
hugs kill.
judges like about the strength of the Goliath hug, and he goes, that's okay.
I see both
That's
of them
okay.
look at me while I'm eating my food, and I just like glare back at them.
Nolan smirks and leans over and says, "You better not disappoint him."
I heard something about a hug. Remind me to snap Arya's back later.
Does it need
and then I
anything?
pat-
Wait, where you? Does he like gems? Does he like stones? What does he like?
Oh, he likes things that are his size, right? This is too small.
I
It's
got
clearly
just
too
the
small.
thing.
We got just the great, excellent. You know.
And with that, he takes takes it. Oh, what's up?
No, I was just gonna pat him on the back.
Pat him on the back. With that, he
You're gonna
takes
do-
it. He has an idea in his mind. He looks over to you, Astrid, and you see him put inside it, like he's shoving like the cloak of billowing into his armor, and now he has like a puffed up left chest. And he kind of gives, he like leans back over, gives you a little thumbs up, Arya, and he goes, "Thank you."
I give him a thumbs up back and then go back to whatever the hell we're eating.
You guys
Make
eat your
man
dinner,
pay.
and it's a fine enough meal before you guys finish, and he's waving you guys, "Bye! I'll see you tomorrow."
Bye.
And he happily goes back into the chapel, and you guys all end up in the front. Nolan, you all may go back to the tavern. However, part of you wants or knows that this would be a decent time to speak with the scholars.
If we still have the time, I would like to get that done as soon as possible. Maybe not waste any more time in the morning, if I'd like to not waste time at all
Right.
when going to assist our fellow scholars and iron hunters.
Hmm. Do you know where the tavern is, Nolan? Or
I believe I do.
Arya, what did you say to Meredith? Why was he getting so giddy over a conversation?
And why give him the cloak?
I just wanted it to look
Arya.
cooler for me.
Do not lie to me.
And
What
as
did you talk to him
as
about?
they have that argument on the travel, Nolan, where and Arya, guys, where are you going? Are you heading to the tavern or are you heading to the scholars? We'll let that.
Yeah, I said I would head to the tavern.
I was about to talk to Nolan about that before the DM.
Let's say
rudely
where we're
interrupted
going.
me.
Let's say where we're going.
All right.
Nolan, you don't need us. We'll probably be at the tavern. We've had a long day.
All right. And I'll handle this myself, I suppose.
Yeah, could you point to us in the right direction, or?
I'll take out the map that was like marked where it had the school marked on it, and he will point it around on this direction, and he will point like out there. It's called the what was it called again?
It
The
is
tavern?
called. Excuse me. Hit me with the sun. Bright and Bruised Tavern.
Bright and Bruised Tavern. Yeah, you don't need us, so unless you do.
Yeah, go on ahead.
Okay, we'll
Me back in the tavern in the morning.
Yeah, in the morning. Yep. Gosh. And then good luck.
Arya
Take
and
care.
Astrid begin on their way. There's an argument and discussion about what we're talking about.
Now about that cloak.
Wah, wah, wah.
Womp womp.
And we'll follow you, Nolan, as you travel around the town. This town's pretty large, actually quite large. And you kind of pass by this you pass by several churches. One of them particularly notable has a red ruby in the front. You for a moment are worried that it is the red church, but it's actually not. It's some it says Ruby Stays Monastery, but it's just kind of notable in that it's glorious. It has like gilded doors and stuff like that. But pass along. It's not your focus. Passing by there's one that's like this sun dial that kind of sits in front of it with these large wooden doors and stuff like that. Just passing along. Nolan, roll a quick wisdom check as you're learning this new map and trying to find where you're going.
Right. Wisdom?
Or survival.
Survival. Badoosh. That is a total of 13.
Perfect. DC of 10. With your map, you find it not too hard as you travel your way along. You pass by a few closed stores. You pass by some different taverns. You notice there's a bit of a nightlife for such a holy town. There's some people having fun, having a good time, but not the Bright and Bruised, as that's near the actual dock. You make your way across, and you eventually see, off in the distance, what would be the Scholars of Salamnia school. Relatively large, but building itself seems a little old, a little bit like a repurposed maybe. And you can see that there's not many lights on as it's late in the night.
He will approach to see if there was any sort of like security standing out front, or someone that potentially he could talk to may be willing to escort him in.
As you're walking along, it takes a second to get there. This is actually really close to the beach. It's actually kind of a beachfront property in the sense that off to your right, you can see the moon reflecting on the ocean, and you can see the ocean kind of lapping onto the sandy shores. It's actually kind of nice in some ways if it were not in the middle of the night, right? You can see some crabs running around, skittering. One crab seems to be chasing another. And you change your focus onto what's important. You look at the door and you don't see any guards or anything of that sort, and you don't see any incantations, but what's curious to you, the door's cracked ajar. It's not closed.
He will approach and peer in at first to make sure, like, is it more busy than I thought it was?
Roll a perception check.
Perception. That is a 19 perception.
Whew. 19 perception. I would say you were leaning in, looking at the doors, looking at the hallways. You can see that there are desks in the middle of the hallway, which is not normal. Normally they'd be in the classrooms, right? If it were anything like low, that is. And you look at the door that's left ajar, and you, with a 19, that's really high, you close the door out of curiosity and notice that the door doesn't actually click in a frame, and it leans back open. Seems like the reason it's open is because it can't close. Seems like there's a lack of security.
Very strange. Not what I would expect from a place so secretive. Anyone can just walk in. And he hasn't seen any evidence of people walking around, has he?
Not immediately. This is a very unvisited part of town. You passed by Little Party City, which is actually kind of close to the clerics and whatnot. And you passed by like the houses that people live in and some like regular steads. This is really secluded.
He will wander around, looking for places that actually may still have lights on, or at least
I will say, with your 19, as you look through the like cracked open ajar door, as you look through it, you can see several feet away, pretty far down the hall. Imagine it like a school building with those really abnormally long hallways. There is one door with light kind of beaming out into the center. So imagine a straight hallway, a door on the right, like many classrooms down, and there's like a light obviously lighting up the center hallway, which would be if you walked in that door and kept going straight. Someone's here.
He will approach the door. He will approach the door, not trying to be particularly like sneaky about it. And will peer in to make sure he doesn't drop in on anybody on surprise.
You walk in that door that was left ajar, and you get into the hallway. You close the door. You kind of close the door gently behind you. It doesn't close all the way. The door gently opens back up after you go. Oh yeah, it's not close.
And that's annoying. They really need to handle that.
Start heading forwards through the hallway. It's pretty far. Pretty dang far down there. And you're not moving particularly quiet, but you begin to hear a sound echoing in the hallways. You can hear like some kind of music echoing in the hallways as you're walking forwards. It's the strangest thing.
Interrupting band practice, it seems, or someone's just really enjoying themselves right now. I'm gonna walk in there like the professor from Whiplash while someone's playing on the drums, I guess.
Yeah, you're confused. You're like, what
see.
is this? And you start walking your way down. Your robes are kind of like dangling. You notice that there's like again all those desks in the center of the hallway, not in the classrooms. And you know some of those classroom doors are left open, actually held open by other desks. You're walking like, it's like rock concert happening. And then you make it about halfway to that door before everything stops. There's a squeaking of shoes. There's a movement happening around, and you can hear like people moving around real quickly, running around, like placing things. You hear like desk move. And before you make it to the door, you start speeding up your walk with like a bit of a concern, like, what the fuck is this nonsense? This is supposed to be a bunch of wizards. And you whip open the door with the light to find an old man putting on a robe, tying up a robe. Next to him, the most kick-ass drum set, like drum kit with like red, like fire drum kit. Welcome to the Scholars of Snobnia. I didn't know we'd be having any visitors. Roll a perception check. And also, you go ahead with your commentary. Excuse me.
I apologize for dropping in so suddenly, but I believe it is of the utmost importance that I speak with a professor or someone of the authority in the college who have a matter of utmost importance. That is a perception of 12.
By all means, of course. And you see, he's not standing at. He's like standing off to the side of the drum kit. And a 12. Let me roll a. Give me 1 sec. And you see this old man, Odison, just like his body, his face is sagged, his eyes are drooped. He does not look like he would be he looks like he looks like your standardized wizard, right? With no beard though. And he walks you like, yes, by all means, you come to learn about the secrets, the scholars of Solamnia, but it's awfully late at night for you to be showing up here. Put it away.
Indeed, it is.
What?
Excuse you. Indeed, it is, and not a optimal time. I would like to appear at a place like this. But forgive my rudeness. I am Nolan Shacklethorn. He will reach out a hand to shake his hand.
You walk into the room. The room itself is all the desks are shut to the side. There are some shelves of like books and tomes, as you'd expect, but there's been obvious open spot where he was standing, except only thing standing there's a drum kit. Notably, you heard like a guitar, and a very strange guitar, an electric guitar, to which Nolan has never heard before he walked in. But you see a drum kit that's oddly like just in the center. And as you walk up to him, he's throwing on this like wizard robe. What your perception check? What was it?
It was a 12.
12. You do notice as you shake his hand that underneath his wizard robe is like some other kind of like outfit going on, but you don't see much of it as he's like, yes, the secrets of Solamnia. But we didn't have any meeting. Nolan, was it? Who are you with? Are you with anyone?
I am from the College of Low. We were sent here on a mission to help deal with the gray rot situation that the Bulwark was facing. We had recently dealt with one gray rot situation. However, there was another party dealing with a second situation. I was wondering that if you could help us with any information that you have learned of these, the larger zone of gray rot. What have you uncovered of it so far?
Roll an insight.
I'm looking to trade notes. Insight. That is a 17.
Ooh. He looks at you, and you with the 17, you gather that he stopped listening at the moment you said you were with Low. And he looks at you with an intensity. Well.
Is there a problem?
He like looks over to his left, and you don't see anything. You follow his gaze, you don't see anything. He looks over to his right, again, nothing. Except one of the scrolls accidentally gets bumped into by seemingly an invisible force.
You can show yourself. You don't need. There is no need for secrets. I'm not trying to hide anything.
There's nothing to hide.
Convincing.
He looks around, all anxious, and you can see that the sweat beating off of his face. You're here for notes on
right. Trading of valuable information so that we may assist one another.
His breathing is panicked. His eyes are locked on you. He's trying to follow your words, but it sounds like he's hearing like garberish, like gibberish. He's like having audio processing disorders. This old man looks like he's about to have a stroke in front of you.
If you don't feel as though you are at liberty to disclose such information, I understand, and I am more than willing to send the proper channels with which to gain access to said information. And if that is the case, I will no longer bother you, and will come at a later time if that is what is required. If that is what you wish.
Yeah, yes, sir. And as you say that, as he's saying yes, sir. Another time, absolutely. We make a scheduled appointment. One of
Right,
the
I
clumsy
do apologize for jumping so.
beings bumps into something, and the rug that's underneath it flips upside down. Like he flips a corner of the rug. He trips on the rug. Although it's an invisible force, you hear like 2 footsteps, and the rug flips in the wrong way. And you see, roll an Arcana check.
Arcana. That is a 17.
You see the top corner, the teleportation circle, highly illegal below.
No one glares a little bit.
Old man follows your gaze.
He will look at the old man and he will say, I'm sure that there is much more that we could exchange and be willing to trade in terms of information.
We did hard, boys! And with that, he throws the smoke at the ground and it explodes outwards. There's smoke that hits. All of a sudden, lights start to go hitting up. I'm going to have us roll for initiative, and that'll be the end of our session for tonight.
Oh.
We've
Initiative. Uh-oh.
Thank you all for watching. This has been the reception table, and I'll see you all in the next episode.
Reception table.
Bye. That was fun.